And you know, when PlayStation 4 broadcasts, if you close the application, the broadcast closes with it. Oh my, that's so unfortunately we were we have to restart this again. It's all good. We didn't lost too much progress. There's just one camp. No big deal. Oh well. Good news is that splotch of blood just left. This one probably equally works. Oh my free stealth kills. No. They're all gone. No skirmish this time. What a shame. So talk to Knight Commander Helric. There he is. Alright, dude.
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
Nothing.
I consulted him and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins and quicksilver for the the other part?
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Urzic. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
That's mighty suspicious. Mighty suspicious indeed. It requires our investigation. Now, where be this painter? Fresco master. That must be him.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Nice jacket, bro.
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month they've told me they've none. There's no quicksilver to be had, they said.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
Well.
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But
Doesn't
it
take
seems
to be
pretty
a
strange
genius.
to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
Doesn't take a genius to know they're lying. Come on, man, Harry.
What do you need quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Urzic. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
That's all I need to know for now.
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game? I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
Dice sounds good, but...
There's always time for some dice. Let's see what you can do.
Right? But I don't think he's gonna get any money from the dice. I mean... I'm no fortune teller, but... Henry's pretty good at dice. How did I miss that? Had like 300 points there.
I've only got 2 hands. Got it for you right here.
We'll see. This'll be the one.
Jeez. He's wrecking me. Ooh. No, you fool. Oops, my bad.
Now you.
Okay, this guy ain't no slouch playing die. He might farkle me.
Hey, where's my ale?
Oh, come on. Just gotta. Oh my.
No point pushing it.
This one. Holy crap.
No point pushing it.
Jesus.
God be with you, Henry.
Got it for you right here.
Oh. Oh. Whew. Sorry, bro. Just gonna have to live in the street. Alright, let's talk to this blacksmith.
Ah!
I'm pretty sure he's on it. Where the hell is he? Really? Say it doesn't work day shifts, huh? That's very suspicious. This guy's looking guilty. The more I investigate, the more guilty this blacksmith looks. Wait, I just heard.
Ah!
Fetus.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
Dad, on the other hand, not here. We'll come back to it later. Sure, we'll have plenty of opportunities to talk with this guy. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
I hope I can be of help to you, man.
You can?
I'm looking for some quicksilver. Would you have any on hand?
Talk to my assistant. He deals with such trivial matters.
Fine, thank you.
It was young Zmola. What? Zmola's the one responsible for all the thefts and death. He tried to kill me and Leszek, and God knows who else.
Sweet Jesus. Where is he now?
Dead. I killed him in self-defense.
So is that the end of it, do you think?
It looks that way. I don't know if he had any cronies, but if he did, they'll be lying low from now on.
I'm glad to hear that. After all the horrible things that have happened, We'll have to reconsecrate part of the monastery.
Just do the whole damn thing. Now, where's your assistant? He's gotta be around here somewhere. Uh-oh, there he is.
What's so hard about putting up a fight?
Shut up.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
Your face.
I'm here on behalf of the master fresco painter. He said you sent him away empty-handed 3 times already.
Then I don't have any.
Oh,
That sounds
you
almost
don't,
as if you
huh?
don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Can't you? In the Sasau Monastery? That seems unlikely. It looks more like you're lining your own pockets to me. I wonder what people would have to say about that.
It's not. I'm not. Oh, shit.
spill
Get
the
to
beans.
the point.
They came for me at noon. Directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was. Without a crest. Armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota. A scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
Rude.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery. That they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then.
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Okay.
Very well. Thank you.
What is it?
Behind the monastery. Next to a big tree. Well, guess what, bro? There's like big trees everywhere. That's not a lot to go on. But that likes me. Haha. Hello, Zach.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Do you work any copper here, Master Blacksmith?
Why'd you ask?
I'd want to commission you to make something.
Then you best go elsewhere. I never use copper.
Aha. So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Aha. What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest enough, and a fair-handed everyday things. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent, but now he's too old, and too proud to admit it.
Okay. I didn't learn anything new. they're doing from... Does this guy have any new books that I require for my reading skill?
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
I don't know, can you? Can you be of some humble service to me? Level 10. Rotate. Rotate.
Greetings. What business have you?
Oh, come on, man. You know.
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scoundrels learn we're onto them, they'll flee.
That does make sense.
So what have you found out so far?
I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
Not yet.
Maybe it would be worth the time.
I'll go and see.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Someone called Rapota.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry. I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
God be
Yes,
with you,
of course.
Henry.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery yard. Master engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something. That's all.
Okay, if they need a punch die and that guy's a master craftsman and he has a crafting shop, he has to be involved. There's no other explanation. The engraving shop, that's it. So how can he not be involved, or can he not know that his shop is producing you know, punch dies to forge coin? I'm sure he'll have a perfectly good explanation. Or you won't. And he gets arrested. So we did deal with Master Jerome before and he looked like a stand-up guy, so let's see.
I hope I can be of some humble service to you.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting there. You need something, my boy?
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone. Which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The fifth scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague. Or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high. Or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
This Florian
What's
fellow.
he like, your apprentice, Florian?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he has delusions of persecution.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest. As though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking for him?
Something like that.
May I
now.
ask why?
I have a message for him.
A message? Who would be interested in that wastrel? Other than his furious and deeply disappointed master, of course. About your question, you'll find him at home. No doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you. Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but on that occasion I made an exception.
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bathmaid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly, although one would have thought they'd be used to that sort of thing at the bathhouse.
You would think.
Thank you. I'll leave you to your work.
Alrighty then. Another lead has sprung into our attention. If not the master engraver, then his assistant, surely. Would know something more about this business. Nevertheless, it warrants our attention. But first we must do a stop. We must make a stop at the bat house and ask the bat house owner what was the fight about.
I hear you're at odds with apprentice Florian.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl. I shudder to think what's become of her.
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, but I didn't see the harm, so I sent her in to him. And suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling her out of the tent and shoving her into a boat.
So she got kidnapped.
I'm sorry they took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Florian?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get the girl back.
I assume that Florian knows this, Esther.
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brain, and if they don't, they're relatives. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do? And this is how it ends. She should have stuck with the turnip heads.
Where can I find this Florian? I'd like to ask him a few questions.
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's yard. And if he's not there, he'll be holed up like the rat he is in the cellar he rents from the baker. He's afraid of me, for sure.
What did the bailiff make of it?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine... I won't say what. I told him everything, but he says he won't do nothing about it.
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon my Esther deserves what she got. Poor girl.
It sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child she was. I raised her and taught her and gave her a job, and now she's gone. Who knows if she's even alive?
We'll find about that pretty soon, I reckon. Alright, time to go pay Florian a visit. Baker's Cellar. Let me see. Ha! I found you.
I am honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
You look quite sprightly for an invalid.
What? Who the hell are you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiries for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then? Alright. I've been investigating counterfeit money, and the trail led me straight to you. Does the name Rapporteur mean anything to you?
I don't know. Maybe?
Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dies for the counterfeiters. How do you hand them over? Do you know where their workshop is?
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me. No evidence, just accusations.
Really?
You just incriminated yourself.
One man's word against another. Like I said, I'll deny everything.
And do you really think that's going to help you? Your word means nothing. You've got the tools, the knowledge, and the workshop. The only thing missing is a motive, but I'm guessing it's money.
I don't give a fuck about money.
So what then?
Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I don't cooperate, they'll kill her.
I'm sorry about that.
Me too. Listen, I'll tell you everything, I promise. But only if I know that Esther's safe.
What, so I'm to go searching for her in the woods?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. And what can puny little me do faced with those strapping great villains?
You can do plenty.
Very well. I'll bring back your Esther.
Really?
Yes, but then you have to tell me everything.
I will. I swear to God Almighty. Please, just bring her back to me. Nothing else matters.
Where are they keeping her?
In the Skalitz Hills. There are some abandoned cottages around the mines. That's where I saw her last. They took me there when I said they had to let me speak to her.
All right. I'll go there and try and think of something.
You're my savior.
Don't get your hopes up. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. All right. Deliverance Hills. Yeah, pretty straightforward path from here. God. Make way, make way.
Oh shit! Watch out!
Bandits.
The answer to my prayers, just when I wanted to vent my rage.
Come on, what do you got? Hey. That's kind of messed up. Bandits versus Cubans? That's awesome. Oh, hello.
Come on, pay your tail.
Come on, 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 come on. No money? Rude. Well, other than a headshot, it's like a neck shot. I'm cool with it. Well, this was fun, boys, but I have to go. some point we'll find some sort of path going up. Oh, this looks like one.
Good!
Stays here. Henry goes up on foot. Not seeing anything. Oh, I'm just... Okay. Now we're cooking. Steady.
What have we got here? Entertainment. Great.
Hello? Is that all you got?
Oh boy, he's pissed.
Over here! Where is everyone? Quick! You're dead. To arms! Get over here!
Gone weak at the knees, have you? I'm over here.
All right. See what you got.
They won't hurt you now.
However did you find me?
Florian told me where they took you.
I'm a fool. I thought he was just a dandy, God knows why. And it turns out he's a villain in league with thieves. And a coward too. This whole time he knew where I was.
It's not Florian's fault. He was terrified they'd do something to you. They had him over a barrel.
You're right. Poor Florian must have been more scared than me.
I'd say so.
We should probably set off.
Yeah, I guess
I'll go
we
with
should.
you. I'd hate to lose you on the way.
Alright, what? Why am I... Oh, there we go. It's like, why am I stuck behind a cart? Alright, dude. Now you need to tell me everything you know.
God grant you health. How may I help you?
I found that Esther of yours.
I know! Back already. How can I ever thank you?
By telling me all about the goings-on with Rapita.
They found me in the tavern one evening. Caught me when I went to the ship pile. They started to badger me about working for them.
They?
Yes, Rapita. And a knight they called Sir Yezhek.
And then what?
They explained what they wanted from me and I told them to sod off.
Guessing that didn't go down too well.
It wasn't all that bad. They just threw me on the dung heap and left. I thought it was just a drunkard's joke. But then they took Esther.
Where will I find Rapita?
He's usually wherever I am.
What does that mean?
He watches me. Everywhere I go. And when I'm at home, he sits on the bench in the square, watching my house.
So he's there now?
Hard to say. Sometimes I see him in the tavern on the green, buying supplies.
Alright. At least I know where to start. And you go to work tomorrow, you hear?
Why?
Because we have to lure him out. And besides, your master will surely be glad to see you.
I have my doubts.
Why didn't you tell anyone?
At first I took it for a bad joke. And then, when they snatched Esther, there was nothing to be done.
I suppose I'd better go. I'd hate the bastard to get away.
Good luck, and thanks for the help.
Alright, let's find this Rapita fellow. So he's always following this guy. So he's gotta be somewhere around here.
Pour me an ale.
Villager, townsman, townswoman,
May the Lord watch you,
innkeeper.
Henry.
Nope, he's not in the inn. Oh, hello. There he is.
Are you Rapita by any chance?
Pardon me? Do we know each other?
No, but I'm hoping to change that.
Well, I don't have much time right now. I'd best be off.
It'll only take a moment.
All right then. What do you want?
I know that you spy on Florian. I know you were involved in the kidnapping of the bathmaid, and I know why you're doing it all.
It seems there's no point making excuses.
None. Now tell me where their workshop is.
Of course. That will be the best solution.
So?
Let's leave it for another time.
What? No. Come back here. Uh-oh, where'd he go? There he is. No, come back. Man, that dude can run.
Damn.
Where's he going? There he is. Could have done this from the start. No. Where are you going, Rapita?
No, I give up.
Finally.
So, are you ready to talk?
I will. Just don't hurt me, please. What do you want from me?
Tell me where the workshop is. Don't worry. Your master won't be punishing you for betraying him. You're both going to have too many other problems.
It's in the Skullet's mines.
That doesn't narrow it down very much.
On the eastern side of Skullet's Hill, there's an abandoned mine gallery. Well, it used to be abandoned. Now there's a small camp in front of it, and the workshop is inside.
Who is your lord?
Sir Yezhek of Ronov. That's what he calls himself, although Ronov Castle's long gone.
Who is your lord?
Sir Yezhek of Ronov.
Oh, wait. I already did this.
What happened to it?
Ronov used to belong to Vincent, Count Lichtenberg. After his death, it fell to Margrave Jobst, and he had it pulled down. He knew full well that Vincent's vassals would resist him.
Why? Everyone knows that when a lord dies without issue, the king can confer his estate on whoever he pleases.
But Vincent had descendants. Ronov only fell to the Margrave because he declared them all illegitimate. All because Vincent had refused to fight for him against Sir Prokop. Sir Yezhek led a revolt of the vassals, but Jobst rounded them all up. Only Sir Yezhek got away. Since then, he's become the scourge of the domain.
Who are you, anyway?
They call me Rapota. I used to be the executioner's henchman in Brno.
And how did you come to be serving Sir Yezhek?
I helped him escape from prison. If I was going to serve anyone, better Sir Yezhek than the executioner.
So you saw being a brigand's henchman as a step up in the world?
I thought if things changed and he stopped marauding, he might get Ronov back and take me into his service.
Well, after this little escapade, you can forget about that. You'll be lucky if you don't end up swinging on the gallows.
And it's all the same anyway now. I've betrayed him.
So who's Sir Yezhek working for? Don't tell me he just took it into his head one day to start forging coins.
That's not for me to know. Sir Yezhek was on speaking terms with various lordships.
Such as?
We were often guests at the monastery, but I slept in the hayloft, so I heard nothing.
And apart from that?
In the camp, you'd occasionally see a Hungarian nobleman, but I don't know what he was doing there, or who he is.
I think I've heard enough.
Can I ask you something?
Yes?
I don't want to hang. It's a horrible death. I prefer you just kill me here and now.
Yep, no.
An honourable death? No chance. It's the dungeons for you, and the sort of punishment a counterfeiter deserves. Don't worry. In time, you'll be glad of the gallows.
Alright. That guy's in jail. Time to go get his boss. trespassing. What the hell? Better take Ulrich with me.
How are you, Henry?
Hail for me.
Where is he?
I'll be back in 2 shakes.
Wake up, Ulrich. Wake up. Oh, okay. You know what? We'll attack at dawn. Gotta let the old man rest. Now, can we read this? Yes, we can. Alrighty. Nope, still asleep. Well, he's not in bed, so that's a good sign. He's probably inside the tavern. That's where he spends his days. Look at you. Look at you, Ulrich. Hey, Jerry, what's up, man?
I finally found out where the Forger's workshop is. Master Fayfar was right. The Forgers are sticking close to the supply source. Their workshop is somewhere in the mines. The entrance is on the eastern side of the hill. I've no idea what to expect there, but I'd rather go there with some backup.
I will be glad to give it. Lead on.
How you doing, dude? It's been a while. Deserted. That's... Yeah, I am. Yeah, they've been popping. I mean, well, we took a break for a couple of months. We got sick. And then after that, there's just recovery was just horrible for us. But yeah, we definitely took a break from 14. Hey, they put stuff in here. Cool. Oh, not anymore. Yeah, there's some new stuff coming out. Yeah, after a while, it's just, you know, you hit that wall. Even though there's a lot of stuff to do, you kind of get a little burned. I mean, you started broadcasting other stuff for about maybe a month and a half ago. Jesus Monster Hunter.
Who are you, and what are you doing here? I'm here at the command of the Royal Hetman, Sir Radzig Kabila.
And who's he?
That's no concern of yours.
I'm sure we could come to some sort of agreement. I have plenty of coin.
It is for PC. This game is also for PC. It's called Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's kind of like a realistic Skyrim.
Please, don't take this personally.
Wait!
Whoa, whoa.
What? Do you want to do it? Be my guest. It gives me no pleasure.
You can't kill him. I have orders to take him to Ratai.
That is unfortunate. I have orders to kill everyone involved in this business.
You can't do that!
I have no choice, as you are aware.
There's always a choice.
We haven't got time to waste.
Why do you want to kill him? He may have valuable information.
For that exact reason. My master does not wish this man to fall into the wrong hands, especially those of Radzig Kabila.
You can tell your lord the man is dead. He'll never find out.
But he will. Or do you think you can lock this man away from sight until Judgment Day?
Why not?
Right.
Do not be naive, boy. Look around you. This land swarms with rats and snakes, especially now. There is no secret that is not for sale. If I let you have him, my own head will be on a spike before the month is out.
You don't have to go back to the Rosenbergs.
How do you know about the Rosenbergs?
Master Fafar recognized the writing on your letter of passage.
Just as I said, there's nothing safe from prying eyes in this land. And where would you suggest I go?
Into Sir Radzig's service. He needs people like you.
I serve Kubila. Out of the question. If he learned of all that I did for the Rosenbergs, he would hang me from the nearest tree. But you are right, I do not have to return to the Rosenbergs. In fact, I cannot.
Why not?
I am a knight without a crest, without allegiance. No one was meant to know whom I serve. If the Rosenbergs hear that I have been found out, they will see to it I vanish. They cannot afford to be associated with me.
Where will you go then?
Where the road takes me, as I have many times before. Farewell, Henry.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Well, at least we didn't kill him.
Please, please. I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement.
You can talk all you like, but not here and not to me. Let's go. Let's go. Master Fafar is very keen to meet you.
Good work, Henry.
Thank you, Master Fafar. It wasn't easy, I can tell you.
I'll take some men and have a good look around there.
And what should I do?
You should get some rest and go to Rattay. In the meantime, Sir Radzig will have this wretch questioned. Maybe he'll get something useful out of him.
All right. I'll see you in Rattay then.
Well, we dismantled the counterfeiting ring. And we're one step closer to get to the bottom of who is that mysterious chief. I guess I don't need the torch anymore. That'd be my horse. Tirate. around here somewhere. He's up on the tower.
Hey, someone there. Who's there?
Huh? Hey, you! What are you doing? Fuck off before I lose my temper.
Jeez. Just trying to talk to this guy.
Man, good work, Henry.
Mother of God.
Thank you, sir.
I tell you to take a well-earned rest, but unfortunately I need one more thing from you.
Whatever you command.
Jezek refuses to talk to us. The stubborn bastard's asking to see you.
Me?
Indeed. Normally I'd send for Captain Burner to beat it out of him, but then I told myself that if he's so keen to speak to you...
I'll try to get something out of him. Where is he?
He's locked up in the tower. Bernard will give you the key.
Very well, sir.
Hey!
I'm leaving. Don't arrest me.
You! What the hell are you fooling about here for? Be off right now? What's up?
Just calm down, man. Alright, folks. We completed our quest line. We completed the quest line of getting them, learning how they forged the coin. So now there's one last thing to do with this mission. Which is, we must interrogate the guy we just caught.
Back to the wheelwright again. Welcome, Henry.
Yeah, this game's actually pretty good. It's an open world RPG with emphasis on the realism of the medieval times. It's in 1405. It is pretty good. It exists for PC and PS4. I'm playing the PS4 version, but the PC version's out there too. It's kind of like it was a crowd-funded game. They got it on Kickstart, and then it just took off from there. It is really, really good. Basically, you have to learn everything because your character is terrible when the game begins. Well, there's like archery and sword and whatnot. You have to like learn all of that stuff, and it's pretty good. Basically, you level up your character. It doesn't have a level. Well, it has a general level, I guess. But your character levels up according to your playing style. Why do I keep going around in circles again? Oh, I need to talk to Bernard. So I feel like a stealthy kind of dude. Your stealth and all of the stuff associated with stealth will level up on your character. For more like a strength guy that likes to punch everything that stands in their way, your strength levels up, and your warfare and your combat abilities. You know, it's that kind of deal. It doesn't really box you in. Each quest has 5 or 6 different ways of being done. There you are. No, that's... Oh, let me in.
Who are you?
What's going on out there?
What's going on there? You! What the hell are you fooling about here for?
Hey, I left. Where's Bernard? There he is. Give me the key.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
I need the key to Jezek's cell.
But you cannot.
So Radzig let him have his way in the end.
Customize your character and
beat some answers out of him.
Don't take it that way.
You have to play this guy called Henry, which is the son of a blacksmith. It's
And that's
important
very
for the
wrong.
story.
Just try not to mess it up. Here's that key.
Thanks.
Right, let's go see what this Yezik guy wants. Oh.
Are you serious?
You do get really drunk here. If you get blackout drunk, you wake up in a strange place and half of your armor is missing. So it has cool stuff like that. If your speech is level up to the max, oh, we need. You don't know how to read in this game, so you have to learn how to read in order to read books. Is this the right spot? Yes. There he is. You save in certain the
Well,
game
finally,
auto
I've had
saves
quite a
for
wait.
you,
Why do you want to talk to me of all
but if you want to save
You
for
brought
yourself,
me
you have to buy this
You should
alcoholic
consider it an
beverage, and that gets you drunk too.
If hanging around in a damp dungeon with a condemned man is your idea of honor,
You're not seeing the bright side. You can be the one who uncovers a conspiracy against the king for your master. You don't get an opportunity like that every day. It did cross my mind, though, that it might be nice to get some assurances for my cooperation. After all, I'm the one the Margrave unjustly declared the scourge of the land and expelled from Moravia. They even pulled my beautiful castle down. It was the necessity of making a living that forced me to take some liberties.
Right.
I suppose there's some truth in that. I may speak with Sir Radzig and he might pardon you, but not unless you start talking.
Very well, ask me anything you want. I won't be obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who are you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited, and they'll hire anyone.
Old friends? Who were they?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messengers in Moravia together.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position finds himself mixed up with all sorts.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
That
you get
can
to the
happen to you. You just have to make sure
Well,
you don't
they
go
introduced me to
blackout
this
drunk.
Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
And you can become an alcoholic in this game. Just saying.
Crimps. You're telling me this Eric is recruiting armed men in Sasau?
Not to mention when
Well,
you're doing
it seems
archery,
so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins.
you don't
to
really
do it.
have a crosshair.
Fake ones,
You
of
kind of
course.
have to
Where
figure
can I
it
find
out.
the recruiting gun?
That's tricky. It was
How
my
to
friends
shoot
who
the
led
bow.
me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau. It's about who you know, as always.
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't suppose you'd find them there now.
If you say so. This Eric, you reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced. And after what's happened, I doubt he'll be showing his face there again.
This highly placed person at the monastery, what can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the exchange of the forgeries in Passau.
I see. Is there anything else at all you can tell me about him?
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
Okay.
That'll do me for the moment.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Radzig? I'll swear allegiance to him if he'll have me. I'm sick of being a renegade.
I can try, but I can't promise you anything.
Well, we got everything we needed from this guy. Well, it's time for us to go take a nap.
God be with you.
See if there's okay, that works. Yeah, I mean, in the PC version, I think you can activate a command that puts the crosshairs when you're using the bow, but originally, when you're using the bow, so you have to like kind of learn how to shoot it, I guess. Not to mention the lower your skill, like for instance, if you don't, until you get to level 5, you have to use vent braces. Or the bowstring will flay your arm. And that's just archery. You have swordsmanship that you have to like practice a lot. But it's a really good game if you like open world RPGs. Like Skyrim, Witcher, and all that good stuff. You will definitely enjoy this game. But we are at the end of our today's episode. Tomorrow we will be chasing the crimps and God knows what else. So it was really good to see you again, hear from you again, Jerry. And I was broadcasting from early mornings until about now or a couple hours later. So make sure to stop by or leave a comment. I usually reply to all my comments, which there are not many, but you know. So, till the next one. Peace out, take care, and see you soon.